Scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here today coming at you with a pocket page process video. This is a 9x12 and a 6x8 that go right before my finished layout that I posted last week. And so I have already pulled out cards that will both coordinate with and be a little bit different than that layout. It's kind of like when you're putting together an outfit, and you want to coordinate but not match. So that awesome card is from the same line that I used for that finished layout. So I'm using that sort of as a base for colors. And then I also pulled in that chevron card in the top there with my mom and my kids on it. That has a little bit of pink and purple, so I'm also incorporating just a touch of pink and purple here and there. Now this set of four 4x6s are actually the front and back of a 6x8, and you will see all of this all put together in the album at the end of this video so you can see exactly how it all goes together. I didn't want to just print out 4x6 photos because I didn't have 4x6 photos in the 4x6 pockets right there on the 9x12 side. So I made them a little bit larger than I normally do, but they are still not 4x6s, just so that I can get little pops of color around the outside edges. And I will just barely embellish those because the whole point is that they're in front of the murals, and I want the photos to just be the main event there. So I'm going through some Allie Edwards stamps that I had sitting out. These are the January and February Stories by the Month kit stamps. And I decided that this layout wasn't something that was like consisting of hugely amazing photos, like something that I really wanted to perfect. What I really wanted was to use this layout as sort of a spring point for some creativity. And I wanted to use some stamps to do that. You know, I hate stamping. I say it every time I pull out stamps. If you saw my Traveler's Notebook video last week, you know that I suck at stamping in addition to hating stamping. So I'm trying really, really hard to get better at it, and I fail miserably at being good at stamping in this video, but I just let it live the way that it turns out, and it'll be okay. That's what I keep telling myself. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So I'm busting out the ink pad now, and this first stamp comes off fine. I was having a hard time getting it inked, which is funny because after this one, they over ink and they get messy, and I don't know. I'm just miserable at stamping. So I'm going to stamp this Celebrate along the edge of this photo here. We were out to lunch with my mom and her husband for the kids and his birthday at a place in Chattanooga, so Celebrate was perfect for that. Then I'm going to do Hello here because I'm going to add a title to it with some alphabet stickers towards the end of the video. Then I was going to stamp XOXOXO along the bottom of this photo, just something decorative and cute. I'm sorry that you can't see it very well, but you're not missing anything because the stamping turns out horrible. The first couple over inked, the second couple were dry, at least, and it just, I hated it. So I decided to be a real big dork, and I just flipped the card over because it matches fine, and I do the exact same thing on this side of the card. This time I get an eraser and try and scuff it up a little bit because I've heard that helps. I guess it helped a little bit, but whatever. It still doesn't turn out lovely the way I want it to. So I stamped XOXO all the way down the side. I'm probably just too impatient for stamps, too heavy-handed, too impatient, whatever. Someday I will be an amazing stamper, but today is not that day. This is where it really goes wrong. Like, I'm fine with all of the rest of this up to this point, but I stamp these hearts, and I am just hating life after this. I do not love the way that it came out. And I go back and forth a couple times throughout this video thinking, well, maybe I'll just cover it up and it'll be okay. But no, I don't end up covering it up. I just let it be thought about stamping that off the edge a little bit, but I instead stamped in a straight line. Then of course I can't just have two random hearts down there at the bottom. So I'm going to put this one back on and stamp above it. I should have just left it the way it was and put something else up there, but I did not. Whatever. You win some, you lose some. Overall, I like this spread and it's fine. But yeah, the stamping is not my favorite. That is okay. So I'm going to start pulling out some embellishments. I have some Ali Edwards embellishments here too, some chipboard pieces from various sets. I'm putting this one on here as sort of a sarcastic jab at the weather because it was like 10 degrees. No, it wasn't that cold, but it was so cold. And we are California people, and we don't even have jackets that are great for the cold because obviously in this part of Tennessee, it really doesn't get cold enough to need like parkas or anything. So we just have been going with what we have, but it was so cold. Everyone was freezing. These photos, everyone looks freezing. It was so cold. So I put such a lovely day on there because I was joking about the weather, and I do talk about the weather in the journaling I end up adding, so it will make sense. So I'm looking at some of these embellishments that I've pulled out, and I really, really want to use these Amy Tangerine stickers. I keep pulling them out for various videos and not actually using them, and I'm thinking it's because they're so big. But that pinkish sort of foil that is on those stickers would have been perfect, but of course I can't. I do end up using maybe one or two, I think. Yeah, I used two. I end up adding Hot Mama to this photo of my mama, and I know that she watches these videos. Hi, Mom! Yes, I added Hot Mama to your photo. Because I wanted to use that purpley foil, and it matched perfectly, and she's my mama, so it works. And then I'm adding some of these hearts as well. Kind of frustrate myself with where to place these. I want to put the yellow on Finn's photo, of course. And I take off that black one and I add it. I want to add it to this, but that doesn't look good. Nope. So I'm going to add this foil one in the middle of the photo, and I don't know why I did that. Like, people, like, seriously, this is the real scrapbook hour with Tracy, because this layout, I just made some weird decisions. Like, that purple heart could be fine if it was just a little bit lower, but that is not what happened. Oh well. Looking through this Amy Tangerine book, and I find this family word art, which works great because this was a family celebration, and it's navy, so that's good too. And I'm going to put this camera on here because obviously I was taking pictures, and I had my big girl camera with me too, so that was good. It ends up right here next to this family word art, which, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. I don't know what was going on. I really wanted to add this. It says, let's chill, or no, let's freeze time. And I was thinking of cutting off time and just adding let's freeze because it was so cold, but I couldn't find anywhere to put it. I looked through here for a minute to see if maybe there's any of these embellishments that go with that collection. No. It's just not feeling it at this point. I'm feeling like there needs to be more, but I don't know what else to add. Looking through these again, thought maybe I could add a pink heart to cover up that ugly stamping, and I don't end up doing that. There was a lot of repetitive phrases, like with what normally happens with the stories by the month and the themed kits from Ali. A lot of repetitive sort of sentiments because she's focusing on a theme. I just add this random orange heart here. You guys, this is just craziness. So I thought about maybe covering up. This is where I'm like, oh, I'll just cover up this stamping because I hate it, and it wouldn't work, and I was too lazy to find more paper. So at this point, I've just sort of given up on this spread. Just let's throw some more hearts at it, and maybe that will help it and fix it and make it better. That's my thought process at this point. I'm like, why is this? I was gonna add some journaling underneath that photo of Patrick and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling that, so I'm just gonna end up moving that photo down, adding my journaling here. Everything's crooked. Move the photo down. I don't know, you guys, it just is what it is. It came out fine, it's just not my best work. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I was grabbing an alpha to add Bendy. It says hello Bendy because he takes that stuffed animal everywhere. I'm gonna add some doodly borders because why not? Can't get any more messy and crazy at this point. So let's just add to the chaos and add some doodly borders around this one. And then I'm gonna do it again around that picture on the bottom. But before I do that, I'm like, you know what? This needs something. So I'm just going to back this photo on white because I had cut off the white border on accident when I was trimming the photo. So I'm just going to back it on white because it needs that white border. And that actually makes that card feel a little bit better, but it needs to be trimmed up more. And then when I put this photo down, I end up rotating the card so the Celebrate is on the other side, and I actually think that even though I did it accidentally, it made it a whole lot better. So I like that. That was a good mistake. Alright, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you. Thank you.